Welcome back, everybody, to another League of Legends cinematic video. My name is Bazerath, and today we're going to be jumping into Warriors Season 2020 cinematic. I'm going to have to pause the video throughout the reaction, just so that I can avoid copyright. But usually what I'm going to do is I'm going to react. I'm going to take what I can from the cinematic, and then I'm going to do a breakdown and look at the lyrics and try to see if there's any kind of lore bits that I can pick up along the way in the breakdown. So other than that, let's jump into it. So I don't know where they're at right now, but this looks like a bunch of Demacians. And from my understanding, Demacians don't like mages. I don't know what the hell he got hit by. Dude, that guy got straight out fucking booted, man. Holy. I kind of want to learn more about Ezreal. I think what he does is interesting. Okay, so Sylas, he is probably the leader as far. Okay, so from what my knowledge is of League of Legends lore, which isn't that in depth, honestly, is Sylas is a mage. And he's leading a rebellion against the Demacians. The Demacians hate mages and will capture them, torture them, and do a whole bunch of shit. And then use their power to, I believe, give life into, like, defense things like Galio. I'm not... Demacian lore is interesting. I don't know if they, like, use mages' powers for like their weapons and their protection for their cities and stuff like that, but as far as I know, they use their magic to empower their guardians, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. But Sylas, and this look in itself is super fucking cool. I like the sleeveless jacket and the cool runes on his arms. The hood, the way the hood is, it's very like, I don't know, Ezio Assassin's Creed like, but then you got this fur, like what the fuck? It's like these gauntlets. Not too sure if that helps him with his magic or not. And I don't know if it's just like a symbol of like his imprisonment and never going back to being captured ever again, but not too sure why he still keeps his chains around. But anyway, we're gonna jump into it. These guys got some cool helmet pieces. I don't know if they're mages or not. They don't look like mages to me. But maybe they're mercenaries for hire. Are these guys are from Zaun? These guys have to be from Zaun. They have that Zaun look. And what's that drug called? That they shimmer? Is it shimmer? Whoa, actually, that's cool. Did you notice his eyes glow a little bit there? Like, I don't know if that's just because the light from this. I don't know. I just noticed that, though. It must have been from whatever's happening here. Garen looks fairly new in his position. It looks like Sylas has got a lot of experience. I don't know. He just seems more mature than Garen in the moment. I'm very happy that we've got some context between Caitlyn and Vi as well. I think that's really cool because Arcane has really helped flesh out their story quite a bit. But yeah, let's go back to Garen and Sylas. Magitech weapons are badass. I think Kai'Sa is probably the most interesting ADC to me. I don't play Kai'Sa. My wife plays Kai'Sa, but I find her to be, if I was to like look into the lore of some of the characters, maybe there's someone better. Let me know in the comments, and you can you know, give me a whole history lesson on why that person's better. But in general, I think this character is very interesting. And her suit's alive, like it's its own void creature or something, and she hunts and she, I don't know, she lived in the void or something, and then eventually got the suit and was able to hunt the monsters. And doesn't really explain to me why her eyes are purple though, unless it's just like if you're in the void for so long, you just eventually get, I don't know, adapted to it. I don't know. Holy shit. Like, when you think about how hard that actual punch was, like, what? The look on Garen's face, I was like, what the fuck? He got me. Launches himself forward and just fucking hits him to the point where he, like, flips in the air. Jesus. Oh, what? Are those guys actually mages? He spawned a sword in his hand. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, that fucking pose that Ezreal just did there, where he's just fucking, he drops his arm and and then the freaking bow spawns. That is so badass. That is so fucking cool. Have you noticed that Vi, you know, she's strong with her gloves, but every time she doesn't have her gloves, it's almost like she's stronger than with her gloves? That's how it feels to me anyway. Like, she fucking hit with her bare fists, uppercutted this fucking mechanical titan so hard that he actually launched backwards with her bare fists. But in reality, if she had her power glove, it would actually happen. I mean, sorry, not in reality. This is the reality, and it's almost like the gloves are there just there for to compensate for her lack of what do you want to call it? Self-esteem, lack of confidence. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The lack of confidence. I'm not gonna lie, like, even though all the Demacian soldiers are like these guys are like, yeah, let's go. This guy's kind of staring at her going, she's a fucking mage. We hate mages. These guys are like holding their swords. They're kind of like eyeballing her as well. And they're like, yeah, she's a fucking mage. We hate mages. And here she is like, yeah, I'm a fucking mage. But it's like, once the fight's over, she's going to get arrested. 100%. And Garen's like, yeah, we've got this like big ass fucking Titan thing behind us. Don't mess with us. I feel like she's like pretty strong. This music video is so good. Okay, so we're just gonna go back. We're gonna break down some things. I want to say this is Demacia. It almost comes off like it's like a I don't know what this would be. I was gonna say like their retreat. Like it looks like they're retreating. They're running from the enemy, right? And this is kind of like their final stronghold, almost kind of like Helm's Deep. Is it Helm's Deep? No. Yeah, Helm's Deep, which is like the two towers in Lord of the Rings. It's kind of like that. It's like their fortress. It's up against a mountain. There's not really anywhere they can go. There's only kind of like one way in. And it's like their final stronghold to stop the enemy because they're losing from what it looks like. Even Garen's like straight up running. That's the second time Garen's been thrown. Just realized that guy has a mechanical arm. So the tier is this Tear of the Goddess? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. It looks like a really cool artifact. I kind of wonder what it does. So right now, here we are. Don't turn away now. It means, at least in League of Legends terms, to me, it's don't be a frickin' pussy, go and fight. Stop sitting in the back lines doing nothing. Get in there and make a play. That's my version of what this means. See, Vi just 1v3'd. There's a lot of people that don't even try to make the play, and maybe that's my biggest reason to why I'm only a silver 4. But I will always try to make plays. Urgot is scary, man. I gotta want to know where Kai'Sa came from. Like, so it was Ezreal in this tomb. He takes the tear. You could see kind of like the purple smoke underneath the tear. And then as soon as he takes it, all these void creatures come out. But was she just like in the tomb too? Like, where did she come from? And like, it looks like these void missiles are kind of coming out from everywhere. It doesn't seem like they're just coming out from this thing, but I could have been wrong. Can we play it back just a little? Let's see. I don't know, they kind of look like they're coming from everywhere. See, that guy was using a staff. Is that his staff or is that hers? She got her confidence. And then frickin' what's-her-face is just literally dying from a swarm. And he's just like, yeah. You know, when you play League of Legends and you're playing Galio, and yeah, he's a big character compared to all the other ones, but when you really put it into perspective how big Galio is compared to the rest of the people in the game, it's pretty nuts, actually. This is probably one of my favorite cinematics of all time when it comes to League. They just, not only with the song, but they also did really good with the cinematics, the pacing, the overall look. The way they did certain, like the way Garen goes flying when he gets fucking punched in the face, the way Sylas looks when he's like clashing with Garen, and then spawning like the sword, getting the staff to come to her hand and throwing it up and shooting it in the sky. Like there's just like Ezreal's pose when he like pulls out his ethereal bow. It's just some really good looking scenes overall. Very impressed with the cinematic. Even just the way she looks here, where her eyes glow and she has that like really intense look. I actually think this is awesome. And I honestly hope that we get to learn a little bit more about Demacia and maybe get a little bit of story between Garen and Lux and Sylas, because I want to know more about the mages in Runeterra, because I find them very interesting. I would like a cinematic explanation to like Rise and what he's going through, because I think Rise was at the beginning of Arcane, but it doesn't really say that it's him. It just looks like him, so probably is him. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this cinematic. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video, what your favorite parts were, if there's anything I fucked up on. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, so helping me with simple things like subscriptions, comments, and sharing goes a long way. So I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.